Whoa, 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 whoa. Shohei Ohtani, 10 years, $700 million to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I mean, wow, we knew he was going to sign with the Dodgers. We had that craziness yesterday of the whole Blue Jays scenario. Is he on the plane? Is he flying to Toronto? Are they having a press conference? That was an absolute mess. John Morosi, man, you can't be doing that to the fans of Toronto. You can't be doing that to the Great North. But that was really the only time, I think, for a second, I maybe thought that Shohei Ohtani wasn't going to the Dodgers. I actually got a prediction right. Woo, I called him going to the Dodgers. Now, did I see 10 years, $700 million? Oh, absolutely not. I thought that at most we were probably going to see $600 million, and that was because we went to like an 11 or 12-year contract, or just the fact that like someone was going to throw the bag at him, like maybe the Mets were going, or the Yankees, or the Dodgers, who ended up getting it. But to go to $700 million, I mean, we just have not seen something like this in American sports. I think Ronaldo and Messi, like those guys get paid a ton, and like Mbappe over in soccer. But in sports here, like the NBA, those guys get crazy contracts, not like this. NFL obviously doesn't get this. Hockey, they don't get paid anything. Like, wow, $700 million. I think Baseball Doesn't Exist put out a great tweet about how Shohei Ohtani's contract is worth more than the Arizona Coyotes' entire like value of that organization. Now, this contract is going to be a little bit weird because apparently there are a ton of unprecedented deferrals in this, meaning that Shohei Ohtani is not going to really be making $70 million a year. It's going to get paid out seemingly for the rest of his life. It's going to be this much money. There's also no opt-outs, and you got to imagine there's a no-trade clause in there because Ohtani himself on Instagram, when he announced this, which, by the way, baller move. Shohei Ohtani announced his own signing on Instagram and then apologized to all of us for taking so long. I mean, how do you not like this guy? Shohei Ohtani is the man. But in his contract, he said, I want to play here until the end of time. Like, this will be the place where I play my last game, is with the Los Angeles Dodgers. So that's pretty cool, I guess, if you're a Dodgers fan. As a Mets fan, I'm like, oh, gosh, this kind of hurts a little bit because the Dodgers, who had a absolutely disgustingly good team already, especially on the offensive side, I mean, think about this lineup. It's crazy. You have a lineup where you're going to go Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, and whoever else the Dodgers get, because again, this contract of Ohtani's being deferred is with a purpose. It's to allow the Dodgers, as he's claiming, to go out and still be able to build a sustainable winning team around him. He doesn't want all the money to be tied up with him, which is like kind of awesome, kind of crazy, kind of a little bit of a loophole. I'm actually surprised more teams haven't thought to do this more often, especially if we're seeing Ohtani has given up a lot of the money during his playing time to make a lot of it afterwards. Now, I'm not completely sure what this does for the competitive balance tax. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert in that department, but this should help the Dodgers be able to spend more money, bring in more players without taking as big of a hit, because of course, if you're paying Shohei Ohtani $70 million a year, that's going to do a number on what your competitive tax balance threshold is going to be. So this is, I mean, just, it's unprecedented. We've never seen this amount of money spent before on one single player. I think this is like more than the Pirates have spent in the last decade in terms of just payroll every single year, which is also a crazy stat. There's just so much that's like we've never seen before. We've never had a two-way player be this good for a sustainable period of time. Now, I know Ohtani's going down with Tommy John. He's not going to be pitching for at least a year, but it seems like the Dodgers don't really care. And in terms of just like growth and how they're going to accumulate this money, like they're going to make this money back easily. It's Shohei Ohtani. I know like merchandising and jersey sales, it's kind of shared for everybody. I think that's how it works in Major League Baseball. Theoretically speaking, the Dodgers are going to sell a ton of jerseys, but I don't think it's completely all their money because Fanatics, there's so many like ins and outs. But just like being able to grow their brand in Japan, he's the biggest player in all of Major League Baseball. My mom knows about him. When we went to a Mets-Angels game last year, my mom pulled out her phone, started taking a video of Shohei Ohtani up at the plate. My mom doesn't really follow baseball that seriously, but she knows Shohei Ohtani. She legitimately might have more videos of Shohei Ohtani playing baseball on her phone than she ever did of me playing baseball. That's how good he is. More than her own son. Shout, Mom, love you. It's all jokes. But Shohei Ohtani is bigger than the sport of baseball. He is a global superstar. He's a beast, and this is just incredible stuff for the game of baseball as well, that the most talented player that we've ever seen got the most money that has ever been given to a player in American sports. It totally makes sense. It's understandable why you would do this. I don't really have much to say because it's just like the idea of $700 million. Like we all knew he was going to the Dodgers. Let's be honest. We all knew he was going to the Dodgers. You know how good this team is. You know how good of a player Shohei Ohtani is. I don't need to go on this tangent about, ooh, this is Shohei Ohtani. You all know. I low-key might go see his first game ever as a Dodger because I think the Dodgers open up the season in Korea, and I'm planning on being at that game. I need those tickets to go on sale quickly so I can buy them because they're going to be unreal expensive for Shohei Ohtani's first game as a Dodger in Asia, close to Japan. Don't buy my tickets if you're looking to buy one. I want some tickets. But yeah, I mean, this is a great move. There's not really much else to talk about with it because you know everything you need to know. A lot of money for the best player that we've ever seen to one of the best teams in baseball. Crazy stuff. I wish we knew more about the contract because that would be the part where we could get a little more in-depth, a little crazier. But we don't know yet. So that's Shohei Ohtani. Now, there have been a ton of other moves that have been made. I know everyone's waiting for my Juan Soto reaction video. That's going to come out probably tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit different than a reaction at this point. It's going to be more of like a breakdown or an analysis of it because I have a lot to say about that trade. And I don't want to include it in today's video because it's about Ohtani. With that being said, let's talk about all the other moves. Of course, got to start off with a big one. Jorge Lopez signing a 1-year, $2 million contract with the New York. Yeah, we're not talking about that. Like, cool, nice signing. Let's talk about the big boys. Eduardo Rodriguez, 4 years, $80 million to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Really like that move for the D-backs. They needed a more consistent arm in that rotation around guys like Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly. They've got some great young arms coming. Adding Eduardo Rodriguez, you've got experience, you've got talent. He's a left-handed arm, which is, I don't think something you need to have in the starting rotation, but of course, it's always nice to have a good lefty if he's available. And as a Diamondbacks fan, you should be pumped because this signals that they're not just okay with how they did last year. They want to win it all. They see a moment where this team was very, very good last year, made it to the World Series, and just unfortunately ran into the Rangers, who were better. So they're like, how do we get better? Let's add more pitching. That was one of their big weak points for the entire season, and adding Erod to this rotation makes it a heck of a lot better. And it's a pretty good deal. 4 years, $80 million. Like, that's a completely fair and honest price to give Eduardo Rodriguez. By the way, remember when Zach Wheeler got that and people were calling it a overspend? Crazy, an overpay. That's nuts. But yeah, Eduardo Rodriguez, good deal for the Diamondbacks. Tyler O'Neill traded from the Cardinals to the Boston Red Sox. I had a video that I've been sitting on for a week. I don't know why now. I haven't put it out. But 3 of the guys in that video, because it was one player from every team that's going to be traded this offseason, 3 of those guys have already been traded. Tyler O'Neill, Juan Soto, of course, for 2 of them. I like this move for the Red Sox with that green monster out in left field. A right-handed hitter can always bounce back. You've seen guys have some crazy numbers there, go to other parks and play worse, kind of like Jason Bay. I expect Tyler O'Neill to benefit greatly from Fenway Park. He's shown us times where he can be an elite level outfielder. He just hasn't really been healthy. The situation in St. Louis was weird, and when he has been on the field, he hasn't been playing well. This was a very low-risk, high-reward move for the Red Sox. I like it. It's a good trade, especially when they got rid of Alex Verdugo, trading him to the Yankees, which also, like, wow, okay. They got back a couple players. Don't really want to talk about them much because Verdugo going to the Yankees is the bigger story. Verdugo is a very fine player. Came up hot, did well with the Red Sox that first year, and has kind of gotten worse each and every year. Doesn't mean he's bad. It's just he hasn't been at that almost all-star quality caliber that we once saw. I think he can return there with the Yankees. I think now in that lineup, he makes that team a whole lot better. I thought it was a good pickup for them. Again, a guy who is not really gonna move the needle by any means, but it totally raises the floor. Like, he was better than Billy McKinney or Aaron Hicks or some of the guys that they were throwing out in the outfield last year. He is an upgrade. If you hit him 7th, that's a lot better than where he was hitting with the Red Sox towards the top of the order sometimes. Also, thinking about this now, I think I'm going to be doing a lot of videos until the 12 days of rankings start because now that Ohtani's been moved, Yamamoto's going to be going, Snell might start moving, Bellinger, like this, the free agency is going to get crazy. I love it, but also I need some time to make videos. The Reds added Jeimer Candelario to their roster. Love this move. Jeimer, big power in his bat, good barrel guy, and in Cincinnati where the ball flies, it's such a hitter's park. Jeimer could add a lot. 3 years, $45 million. I think it's a really good deal. Switch hitter, can play first, can play third, DH, whatever you want him to do, he's going to be solid at. And Jeimer Candelario definitely adds an impact bat to this middle of this lineup for a team that looked really good last year. Great start. Great guts to what could be a contending team, hopefully, by the end of the season. The Orioles grabbed Craig Kimbrell, which, of course, was a good move for them. They need a reliever. They need a closer this year because, of course, Felix Bautista is hurt. 1 year, $13 million for Craig Kimbrell. You don't care if you're an Orioles fan. You're not like, ooh, too much money, 13 mil. Craig Kimbrell is going to be really good. You're going to rock him and Yennier Cano to end the games for the entire season. Eric Fetty to the White Sox. The Mets were involved. He ended up going to the White Sox on a 2 year, $15 million deal. Good pickup for the White Sox. They need innings. Eric Fetty was the MVP over in the KBO, so maybe he has improved upon his game. Someone that we've seen do that before. Merrill Kelly, Brooks Raley, both played in the KBO and have had success at the major league level. Now we'll see if Eric Fetty can bounce back, because boy was he terrible in his first start with the majors. The Braves got Jared Kelenic, which is a nightmare. That is just absolutely terrible news for me to hear as a Mets fan. He's going to torture me. I know it. The Reds also added Nick Martinez to their rotation. Solid innings guy, something that they just need a little more consistently, because you looked at their rotation last year, they got some injuries. There were some guys in there making starts. You're like, who? Like, why is this guy pitching? Mets added Luis Severino. Love that move. Very low risk, high reward. 1 year, $13 million again. The Cardinals added Sonny Gray. Good move. They also added Lance Lynn and Kyle Gibson. Who cares? So boring. Don't care about those guys. Sonny Gray, good pitcher though. He's going to have a fantastic 3 years out in St. Louis with that defense in that big park. Kenta Maeda to the Tigers. I'm also realizing how long it's been since I've updated you guys on what's going on here. Reynaldo Lopez went to the Braves. Eugenio Suarez trade to the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I forgot about that. Whoa, that was a good move. I love Eugenio being their third baseman. Major upgrade over what they had last year. Gives them another power bat to that lineup that sometimes can be a little contact oriented. Whoa, yeah, no, I mean, I missed a lot, but I think that pretty much covers everything outside of the Juan Soto trade, which I said will be its own video whenever that does come, because I'm going to be more doing an analysis breakdown of it rather than a reaction. I'd love to know what you guys think about the Shohei Ohtani news down in the comment section below. Are you loving it? Are you hating it? $700 million. Congratulations to Shohei Ohtani and his family. Otherwise, that's where I'm going to wrap it up. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another video. Bye.